Hey beautiful people, in today's video I'm going to be showing you how I create my extremely moisturizing hibiscus honey and herb deep conditioning treatment which leaves my hair so soft, so fluffy and bouncy. So let's get into it. So I've just finished washing my hair and I used my clay mixed in with a few herbs to achieve this result. My hair and scalp is super clean, and if you would like to see how I make and apply my hair cleanser, I'll be sure to link it in the description for you. Definitely check it out, especially if you are someone who is tired of conventional shampoos drying out your hair. But anyway, what you want to do after you finish washing your hair is to section your hair. I like to do about 10 twists and then pop on a shower cap so you can keep your hair damp. You don't want it getting dry. Okay, so into the kitchen, and I'm going to be using 2 heaped tablespoons of shea butter, and I'll be using the double boiler method to heat this up. Now I'm going in with a 1/4 cup of aloe vera powder, a 1/4 cup of amla, 2 tablespoons of brahmi, 2 tablespoons of hibiscus and 2 tablespoons of neem. And not to worry guys, because I will be giving you the benefits of all of these herbs a bit later on in the video. Okay, so I'm now going to add some distilled boiled water from out of the kettle, and you want to make sure that once you've allowed it to boil that you let it sit for about 10 or 15 minutes. I feel as though I should have let mine sit a bit longer. I think I only waited about 5 minutes, but do let it sit for about 10 to 15 minutes, and then you want to just start adding the water ever so slowly and mixing it up until we get the right consistency. So once the hair mask starts to look a little bit like this, so we don't want it to be too runny, we are then going to go in and add in our 2 tablespoons of melted shea butter. Now, shea butter helps to moisturize and improves the health of your hair. It gives your hair a beautiful shine. It also reduces split ends and helps to prevent breakage. So this is why I always add shea butter whenever I'm making my moisturizing deep conditioning treatments. We are now going in with 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And then I'm going in with 2 tablespoons of jojoba oil. Feel free to use whichever oils that you would like, but these are my favorites. Just look at how glossy this is. I love it. Right, so going in with 2 tablespoons of honey as well, and honey adds moisture to the hair follicles, smooths the hair shaft, restores shine and seals in moisture to prevent moisture loss. It also helps to remove buildup from the scalp, and it has excellent anti-inflammatory properties. So the reason I added in some olive oil was because olive oil penetrates the hair shaft, so it's excellent at providing moisture to the hair. It makes your hair shaft stronger, reduces split ends and helps to increase elasticity. It's also a DHT blocker, which is the hormone responsible for hair loss. I've also added in about 8 to 10 drops of rosemary and peppermint essential oil for their antibacterial properties. So this is what your mixture should be looking like when it's all done and ready to be applied to your hair. Now, I would recommend for you to not completely take off the shower cap and only remove the hair from out of the caps that you're going to be working with. And this is because you want your hair to stay damp, because it's a lot easier to apply the hair mask when your hair is damp. If your hair is too dry, then this can cause breakage, which is obviously what we don't want. So work in sections and keep the cap on the hair that isn't being worked on. Right, so this hair mask is safe for both the hair and the scalp, so apply it to your scalp, massage it in the best that you can, and then apply it to your roots, and obviously then apply it to your strands. Now guys, it's super important that your hair is fully detangled before applying this hair mask, okay? I like to detangle mine during the hot oil treatment process, which will be linked for you to check out down below in the description. I have already done a video on this. But if your hair is not effectively detangled and you get the mask onto the tangled hair, it can cause breakage. So please be sure that your hair is clean and detangled before the conditioning stage. So let's go through some of the benefits of all of the ingredients I've used today to create this moisturizing hair mask. Firstly, starting off with the aloe vera. So aloe vera is strengthening to the hair and helps to nourish the scalp, whilst also helping if you suffer with an itchy scalp. It helps to protect against UV damage and contains vitamins A, C and E, and these help to promote healthy cell growth and shiny hair. Aloe vera can also help to control hair fall. Now, if I were to use all of these herbs on my hair without adding my oils, butter and the honey, it would be more of a strengthening treatment. I personally love to balance out the strength of the herbs with the moisturizing properties of the oils and the butter and the honey, because it creates a great balance for the hair. I also added in a quarter cup of amla powder, and amla deeply conditions the hair and makes the hair very, very soft. It adds moisture and luster to the hair, making it look thicker and shinier. It helps to promote hair growth because it is rich in vitamin C, and the vitamin C within amla helps to promote collagen production, and collagen is literally the building block of hair, so it's going to really help with stimulating your hair follicles. Now, amla also contains vitamin E, which can help to speed up the hair growth process, and that's what I'm personally finding. I haven't ever noticed my hair grow as quickly as it's currently growing ever since I incorporated amla into my weekly hair care regimen, so it's definitely a staple for me. Moving on to Brahmi. So Brahmi makes the hair stronger, makes it look thicker and shinier. It aids in hair growth, strengthens the hair follicles and also increases collagen production. It reduces dryness, itchiness and flaking of the scalp, and also helps to reduce hair fall, guys. Now, neem is amazing at cleansing and strengthening the hair follicles. It increases blood circulation to the scalp and helps to improve the strength of your hair roots. I use this regularly because I love the way it makes my scalp feel. I also love the fact that neem helps the hair to become thicker and stronger. Okay, let's move on to one of my favorite herbs, which is the star of the show, and that is of course hibiscus. So hibiscus is rich in essential nutrients and vitamins that strengthen the hair follicle, stimulate hair growth and reduce hair fall. It contains amino acids which stimulates blood circulation in the scalp. It also strengthens the hair shaft and prevents hair breakage. Hibiscus thickens the hair and it acts as an amazing conditioner to the hair as well, as it makes the hair smoother and more manageable, which you will see with the results of my hair a bit later on in the video. Now, for those of you who are wondering, I haven't found hibiscus to colour my hair in the least bit. When I first tried this out though, I was actually quite scared because I thought my hair was going to change colour into like a burgundy colour, but it didn't. It didn't change my hair colour whatsoever. I also got some of this mixture on my white desk and it didn't stain. It didn't stain that either, but feel free obviously to do a strand test prior to applying this to the rest of your hair, just for peace of mind if needs be. Let me quickly also explain why I added jojoba oil to this mixture. So jojoba oil contains vitamin C, B and E. It also contains copper and zinc, so it's great at helping to strengthen the hair, and another great benefit is that it reduces breakage and split ends. If you have made it this far into the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel if you like videos like this one, and I would love if you could share this video with your loved ones as well, because I'm really trying to help as many people as possible to offer them alternative options to chemically ridden, formulated, store-bought products, okay? But don't get me wrong, whilst I don't judge others for their chosen methods of hair care, I think it's important to offer alternative options for those who are thinking about a more holistic approach to the health of their hair. I have honestly found this hair mask to be amazing at providing strength and moisture to my hair. My hair is literally thriving from the use of nature's ingredients, so please do go ahead and share this video with your loved ones. So let me just go ahead and explain briefly exactly why I only use DIY Ayurvedic hair care treatments on my hair as opposed to formulated products. After doing extensive research on some of the ingredients that can be found within a lot of formulated products, I realized that those products were affecting my scalp and my hair more than I had realized at the time of me using them. When I stopped using them, I noticed my scalp health improved massively. My hair strands were growing out thicker. Dormant follicles, which had been dormant for many years, were now growing healthy hair. I am hardly getting any single strand knots. My hair is retaining moisture so much better. My ends look so much healthier, which has reduced the need for me to get trims. I mean, the list goes on and on. So for me, the benefits really did outweigh the amount of time it takes for me to create my DIYs and apply them. I'd actually go so far as to say it's quite therapeutic to me. And I just feel that, you know, I'm just so at one with nature right now, especially when I'm doing this and making all of my homemade products. Remember, please be sure to check out other videos here on my channel in relation to holistic health for your hair, your body and your mind, if topics of that nature are of interest to you. All in all, I would say it takes me usually approximately half an hour to 40 minutes to apply hair mask to my hair. When I first did it, it took me like an hour, so please don't be alarmed if it takes you an hour or even more on your first try. Always remember to be patient with your hair strands, and I promise the process will get quicker over time. So I like to leave this mask on my hair from anywhere between an hour to an hour and a half. If you are new to using hair masks though, I would say to leave it on for about an hour, but I do tend to leave mine on for an hour and a half or even 2 hours when time allows. Right, back on with the shower cap. So when it comes to rinsing your hair, it's very important for the first couple of minutes or so that you don't really have your hands in your hair. You want to let the water do its thing and loosen up the mask. The weight of the mask will also feel quite heavy on your hair as well. So just let the water run on your hair for a bit, and then you can start to go in with your hands to remove all of those herbs. Now, I want to point out to you that if you find that there are a few herbs left in your hair after you've rinsed, this is totally normal, okay? I usually have a few left in and it really hasn't caused me any issues, but I have found a couple of things that you can do if it bothers you. Right, so the first thing is to use a sieve, okay? Use a sieve for the herbs and sieve them into the bowl before adding water to the mixture. Sometimes I do this, sometimes I don't. Depends on how I'm feeling on the day. Also make sure the consistency of your hair mask is a bit runnier than what mine looked like at the start of this process. I found that the lighter or runnier the consistency, the easier it is to rinse out of your hair. Now, another thing you can do is to do an oil rinse after you have rinsed out the mask. So you would apply just a little bit of oil to your hair strands, which can help to get rid of the extra herby bits, but don't use too much oil, and I would recommend using perhaps extra virgin olive oil if you are going to opt to doing this. And lastly, just note that during the styling process, when you are applying your oils and butter, that this is another way that the remaining herbs tend to come out of your hair strands as well. So hopefully this helps. Oh, before I forget, I actually decided to embark upon my very first healthy hair challenge, guys, where my goal is to get to waist length hair, but healthy waist length hair, and I'm using strictly 100% DIY products throughout the whole of that process, and I'll be documenting the whole ordeal for you to see just how effective my Ayurvedic hair care routine is. So I'll link a video down below where I'm detailing what the challenge entails. So babe, check out my results. My hair is so clean from the Ayurvedic cleansing process and extremely soft, hydrated, and moisturized from my Ayurvedic deep conditioning process. Not one single synthetic formulated product has been used on my hair to achieve this result. As I explained previously, there are so many benefits to each and every single ingredient that I use to make this hair mask. Not only is this mask great for your scalp and your hair, but your health as well. It really is so important that we are using healthy ingredients on the scalp, as our scalp is highly absorbent, okay? So you want to be using ingredients that are not only safe for the hair, but are safe for the scalp as well, because whatever we put onto our hair, for example, formulated store-bought conditioners, these can unintentionally transfer to our scalp, and if they have potentially harmful ingredients in there or synthetic fragrances in there, these can cause irritations as well as other health risks if absorbed by your scalp. So please do take the time to truly care for your health and for your hair, and be fully aware of the ingredients you are putting onto your hair and onto your scalp. So my hair has no product in it, and look at the shine. So the following day I blow dried my hair, and we're going to ignore the splashes of water on my mirror. I absolutely love my results, and I hope you do as well. And if you've made it this far into the video, you're a real one. So thank you so much for watching and supporting my channel. Remember to share this video and be sure to watch this next one. Peace, love and light to you and yours, and I look forward to seeing you all again in the next one. Take care, Queen.